So actually, SAG just came out with an article interviewing like me and Todd Stashwick and Michelle Hurd and Anthony Rapp, a bunch of Star Trek actors.
Love Todd Stashwick.
Isn't Todd the best? He's
so
one of my
good.
favorite DMs ever.
He's so good.
If you ever have the opportunity to play D&D with Todd Stashwick, take it.
Oh.
Anyway, shout out to Todd. Woo. Anyway, so it's a bunch of Star Trek actors, and we all play D&D. And they did this interview about how TTRPGs and acting can kind of go in hand in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about D&D, you think like a bunch of weird, wacky characters. Everyone's like playing a different like species, a different race, a different talent, different
ability,
job class,
different class.
Yeah.
Thank you. My ADHD is having a great day today.
You're killing it.
Oh, thanks. Roll for initiative. But no. But like all the different classes and races. So you think it's all these different characters that come from all these different backgrounds, all these different religions. Everyone worships different gods and different this and that. And they're all working together for a common goal or common story. Mm-hmm. And it's a collaborative game. And you're playing this character that you have to fully embody and like do the choices that like Bonnie necessarily wouldn't make, but this character I'm playing would make. And it's like an exercise in not just staying present within a character, but making solid choices and making choices that you would in character, staying present within the plot, staying. You have to stay awake first off, but no, and it's all improv as well. So and you have this backstory that you create with your character that continues to grow. It's also staying in character with like keeping a voice if you choose to do like a different accent or voice. It's such an amazing exercise. I feel in the sense as an actor that especially as a voiceover actor because I go into a role and I create this like voice for something, and then maybe like 2 months later they bring me back in for this animation thing and they're like, okay, remember what you did? And I'm like, no.
Oh no.
Or like a year later even I'm just like, get playback please. So you have to like remember the choices you made, remember the character you created within that role, and bring it to life every time and keep it new and fresh. And I feel like with D&D that's kind of the same thing. Like you're playing this campaign with these people depending. And it's such a joy to get to play something and then it's done. You don't get to like relive it in the sense that you can't just rewind and play back unless I guess you were taping it. But
sure, yeah.
Which a lot of the time now, like with streaming and whatnot, D&D and different role-playing games are taped and streamed on Twitch. Critical Role is a perfect example, Dimension 20. But for the most part, if you're just sitting at home with a home campaign, it's like the one and done of like, wow, I wish I could go back and relive that. But all you have is the memories.
Oh, well, that's what makes it special. I feel like sometimes is it's just something for you and for your soul.
Exactly.
I am curious, how did you get started in TTRPG?
Thank you. So many letters. I have ADHD, TTRPG, OCD. There's so many letters.
Yeah.
D&D. Well, I got started in TTRPGs by working at Geek and Sundry, actually, which is the online channel that Critical Role started with. And I was on their Star Trek RPG show, Shield of Tomorrow, as Ensign Lark Sage. Shout out to Cream Soda.
Oh, yeah.
The USS Sally Ride. But yeah, it was basically getting to play in the world of Star Trek as this character I created. And we did it for years. I mean, there's like over 40 episodes on YouTube, I think. Wow. It's hours and hours of, each episode's like 3 hours, 4 hours. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's so much content. And then we did another one that was called Callisto 6. And it wasn't steampunk. It was a cyberpunk superhero, dystopian type future where it's like, this city where, kind of very cyberpunk feel. And this group of misfits kind of get bestowed these superpowers. And we've kind of become like, we saved the city, basically. We're like becoming like the little superhero group of the city and fighting the man, the big corporations that are trying to take the city down. So that was a great show. It was on for a long time. And so getting to play all these characters was just such an amazing exercise and as an actor, because every week we would have a new episode and it was all improv pretty much. Like we really, we knew nothing going in what was going to happen. And I was notorious for creating characters that had the most ridiculous, like had a secret in their backstory. And I would keep that secret for like 8 months. Like I'd keep it as long as I could. And the DM or GM, game master, dungeon master, the person running the game would know. So when you create your character and there's little things like that, you can be in cahoots. So the game master, Eric Campbell, knew the secret backstory of my characters, and we would keep it secret. And then like as the story would progress, he'd be like, how do you want to reveal this? Because it's getting to that point where we've kept it secret for so long, it has to come to fruition. And the best feeling, is when we're all streaming live on, Twitch, and my character drops this bomb of a backstory moment, and seeing everyone's reaction in real time as they're like, "Are you kidding me?"
All the signs were there,
and it's exactly, and it's kind of like, and you as a performer would get this. It's that feeling of instant gratification you get when doing theater, when like singing live or getting that like that applause or that laugh.
Yeah.
I get that same energy surge playing like a D&D game.
Oh, that's
because
so cool.
Because making like a wild choice, and not only having your acting choices be a part of it, but the choices of the randomness of the die, seeing if you succeed or not, trying to make this wild decision happen and failing miserably is the best. No, the best are the fails.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.